Tazama, wewe wanitaka, mbona sasa wajifanya niaje vipi? Mbona hivi hujawahi cheki rapa kama mimi ambaye astahili tiki toka mashariki? See, I'm the bitch from Nairobi. Don't try to with me, act like you know me. Make friends with my, cause to get with me, you gotta pass through security and the motherfucking embassy to be with me. See, I'm just trying to get my shit right, give you a bite so you can get out of sight, leave my tight. To be my nigga, you got to do me right. 10 years ago, y'all. 10 years ago. Fast forward to a few years later. You ready? Okay, it goes like this. Hey yo, we did it like that and now we do it like this. Are you ready for that?
Yeah.
Yo, I took my Jag out for a spin one night, rolling down the block till I stop at the red light. Slowing down beside me comes a black Range Rover. At the backseat of the car, I see my man flipping over. He sticks out his head and begins to conversate, but I got no time for it, so I try to contemplate. Don't you play the games and don't you roll past my way, cause when I diss the niggas, I don't get paid. Now the niggas are supposed to be gentle, sorry, romantic, back it up with sentimental, right? Now that's the one that I call my main man. He knows how to cook and take care of his own ish. And when it comes down to that extra something something, I make sure my man gets the best of my good loving. Yo, I don't know why I really have to reminisce when I know the bitches of this town can get with this. It's coming straight to your mind, let it make it for your flying. By the time you hit the line, you'll be feeling real fine. So when your man comes up rapping, just get ready for some of that love tapping. And then, fast forward to a few years later. You ready? A few years later, I started changing my flow and I stopped doing hip-hop. I know, it's a really sad...
Painful.
Let's hear the,
A very painful transition.
A few years later, I stopped doing hip-hop and I got into the poetry and... I remember writing and I was on my pen, my paper, and I was like, my poetry. So what shall I write about my poetry? My poetry. My poetry. My story is poetry. I like poetry. I like my poetry because my poetry brings me peace. My poetry brings me joy. My poetry brings. As my pen touches my paper, my lips remain sealed and my thoughts deep. My poetry has brought me to you, you to me. My poetry is black, my poetry is white, my poetry is black and white and everything in between. My poetry brings laughter, my poetry brings tears, my poetry brings... And then a little bit after that, I think the real level of success, and I think everyone will agree with me. How many people in the house in love? How many people know what love is? How many people have felt love before in their lives? How many people know how to spell love? How many people know how to make love? Can I get an amen? That's what I'm talking about. So I have just experienced this wonderful thing called love, and it's the first song that I've ever written, and this song was written about a month ago, and it's my first time to feel love, so I know what it is to love and I know what it's like to be loved. Amen. The song goes a little like this. Ako na beats, Joe. See Leo, next time takam na beats. When you're standing close to me, I can feel your heartbeat. 1, 2, 3, 'cause you fill my heart with a joy untold. Penzi, you in my life alone can help me stand the pain of knowing, 'cause every day is new.